Okay, welcome friends. In this video we're going to learn how to refine our where clauses again. Alright, let's take a look here. So I'm going to begin by typing as usual, use my dbase, go. And what we are going to do to make this example happen is on the left side in the Object Explorer, right click the table name, so dbo.table_1, and then go to design view. We're going to modify the table first. Remember, you've got this field named ID, which is used to identify each record. That's why it's a primary key. You've got the name, the title, and now we're going to add one more called money earned. And notice because of the gap between the money and the earned, when I hit enter, it gets square brackets around it. So because there's a gap between money and earned, it goes within square brackets. And there's a data type called money. I just type money there, you see? That's the data type. The kind of values we'll store there. All right, and make sure you save this new structure. Hit save. And here across the top on the toolbar, right, you've got save table, Control+S, and then you have one that says Control+Shift+S. That saves everything. So when you want to save only one item, you have open, one little disk. When you want to save multiple tabs, for example, where you've been modifying things, you hit Alt D disks, and then you might see something like this, you see? All right. So modify the table as shown. And now we're going to add records to take a look. Go back to the table again, or on the left side, right click, go over to design, and then edit top 200 rows. So let's add some information here. Notice that by default, as you can see, money earned is null. Let's stick some values in there. All right, I'll just make them up. It doesn't really matter what they are. And let's add one more record here. So record number 5. Say we have Bob. Say his title is Star Salesperson. All right, and then money earned, for example, will be whatever. Some amount. Well, that might be a little too much. Hey, there you go. That's good. All right, so this is what we have now. This is the information in the table. So what we should be able to do, for example, is pick out the records where, for example, the money earned is between 110,000, say, and 250,000, or between 70,000 and 190,000. We should be able to pick out certain records, like these, for example, you see? So that is what we are going to do next. All right, let me close this. So let's do that. Okay, so let's run this. And that's it. Notice that I've enlarged the results grid, so everything is bigger and easier to see. These are our records, and let's pick them out now. So the first thing is this one here. I'm going to select the fields that I want. So for example, I'm going to say here name, title, and money earned. And notice that I can't type money earned this way, so it gives an error if you try to run it. Invalid column name, money. So because money earned has a gap, you put it in square brackets. That's it. And now it's going to work. Notice it's also underlined red here for a second. To fix that, you got to refresh IntelliSense, or the stuff that shows you tips as you type. It's called IntelliSense. So you hit Control-Shift-R on your keyboard to make that happen. Control-Shift-R. Give it a second, and then it goes away. All right, run it. So you've picked out the name, the title, and the money earned. At the next stage now, we are going to pick out the records, for example, where the money is between some two quantities. So I'm going to say where. And again, square brackets, money earned, like that. So the first field, money earned, between, and now I stick in two values that I want to put in there. Say 170,000, and then you say and 260,000 as an example. So when we look there are fields here in our records, you should be able to pick these out, right? You're looking for the ones where it's between 170 and 260. So if you look at your data, between 170 and 260. All right, well, 190, that falls within that range. 250 falls within that range. 110 is below it. 70 is below it, and 300 is above it. So it looks as though Mary, these two records should be the only ones that we pick out. John and Mary, president and vice president. All right, let's run that. So hit execute. There you go. So you've chosen those two records, that's it. Now, once you have them chosen, you can continue to operate on them as usual, for example, with the order by. So as an example, I might say order by, and then say title descending. So remember, that's going to sort the data by the title. Hit execute. All right. So vice president comes first, and then the president comes next. If you want, of course, you can sort by the money earned. So you might say order by, again, square brackets, money earned. And let's say descending. That means from highest to lowest. So look very carefully. Right now it says money earned is 190,000, then 250. Run it this time. Execute, and now it's 250,000 followed by 190,000. So when you build up these queries, you should very likely just go step by step by step. In simple English, this is kind of like saying, pick out the people, right, who earn between 170,000, like that. And I'm going to continue the comment here, 260,000, and sort the results by the money earned, like that. That's what we've done here. That's how somebody might give you the instructions. And again, as before, even though we've added between 170,000 and 260,000, that condition right here, that's a condition. This here's a logical condition. It's either true or false, right? You grab each record and you check it. It either has the money earned amount that falls within that range or it doesn't. So it's a logical condition. That's it. All right, so logical execution order. And this is the same as before, so I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter this time. So from runs first, where runs next, select runs next, and lastly, order by runs last. So grab the table, pick out the records you want, select the columns you want, and then order by the money earned. And again, as before, if you take this and enable the execution plan up top, so include actual execution plan, Control+M, and then execute. Look at the execution plan. And this time, you notice something interesting, that the clustered index scan is 22%, but the sort of the data is 78%. So as you can see, in this case, the sort is quite expensive, right? So 78% of the cost of the query, so to speak. All right. And that's that. So I'm going to leave it here. Open up like that. Remember, I do have a nice PDF on the lesson resources. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next one.